Hey everyone, for this section of Cosplay Dangers, I wanted to do this a little differently. I wanted to talk directly from me to you guys because this is about the psychological dangers of cosplay, and these dangers can apply to any hobby in general. I wanted to talk to you guys about this in a cosplay sense, even though they can apply to other hobbies as well. So let's get started. There are three really big dangers when it comes to cosplay in regards to your psychological health, and that is comparison, obsession, and perfection. And they all three kind of go together, and they're almost like a cycle. We're going to take a look at them separately, but then we're going to kind of see how they all work together. Anyway, first we're going to look at comparison, and whenever it comes to convention time or you're just looking around on the internet, I know you're going to see cosplays out there, and you're not going to be the only person that's going to cosplay a certain character. And because of that, there may be other people out there who have cosplays that you think look better. And that's okay. It's okay to compare yourself a little bit and maybe get ideas from other cosplayers, but don't look at it in a sense of, oh, this, and this looks so much better than mine, and mine sucks, and stuff like that, because that's where comparison really hurts cosplayers, because it affects their self-esteem and their confidence, and it makes cosplaying not as fun. So maybe compare to get ideas, but don't nitpick. Don't compare it in such a way as this is better than mine, or so on and so forth. It's different from yours, and every cosplayer has a different talent level. Because every cosplayer has a different talent level, it doesn't make one cosplay better than another. It may seem that way, and a lot of people like to make it out to be that way. But your cosplay is just as good as anybody else's cosplay that is out there. No matter their budget versus your budget, or their talent versus yours, it's gonna be just as good because you put your talent and your time and your passion into it. Next, we're gonna talk about obsession. Obsession kind of comes from comparison, but it can also come from perfection. Obsessions can be healthy if you're just a little crazy about them. But if it becomes something that is taking over your entire life, and it is affecting your work, it is affecting your schoolwork, and your relationship with family, then it's becoming an unhealthy obsession. Also, if you spend too much money on cosplay and you're out of control with spending money on making your costumes and stuff like that, that may also be a sign of an obsession, and you might need to take a break for a little bit. It's always okay to take a break, especially if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed or you're starting to become obsessed, so it's okay to take a break every once in a while. Finally, what I wanted to talk about is perfection, and I know every cosplayer has a little bit of that perfectionist bug in them, because I personally know how it feels to want your cosplay to be spot on and be perfect, and it's okay. It's okay to want to strive for perfection, but don't let it eat at you, and don't let it consume you, and don't let it make you obsessed with making your costume perfect. Things aren't always gonna go the way we want it to. I know that for sure, and we have this vision in our head, but sometimes we can't make our hands do what our brain wants it to do. Whatever your finished product is, be proud of it. You put that work in, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and so even if it's not what you think is perfect, it's still gonna be pretty perfect. Just don't get discouraged when things don't go your way. Just remember the words of Bob Ross: we don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. Anyway, I guess as a kind of final look and to sum things up, comparison, obsession, and perfection are all okay in small to moderate amounts. But if you let these things take over yourself, it'll make you upset. It can, ruin relationships and friendships. And it can also burn you out on cosplay, and nobody wants that. So if you ever start feeling yourself being overwhelmed and you feel like you're becoming too obsessed or comparing yourself too much, or if you're striving for perfection way too much, don't be afraid to take a break from cosplay for a little while, because it's always going to be there and you can always come back to it. And I think the biggest takeaway here is do what you love what you do, and the person in charge of your cosplay is you. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled for the last installment of the Cosplay Dangers. It's going to be about financial dangers. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope it helped, and I'll see you next time.